Lo-fi beats can be as simple or as complex as you can make it. For all the producers out there, especially the lo-fi producers, I do believe this is a thought that many have come across at some point in their music career. When I was a beginner producer and still trying to find my sound, I always wondered how the top producers of the genre were able to create such beautiful atmospheres that seem so simple, but also hold so many layers. So for this video, I'm going to explain exactly that for you. We're going to be using this song from my most recently uploaded video to show you exactly what you need in order to create the beautiful atmospheres that instantly take you to another place. Now, if you do want to hear the full song, make sure to leave a like for this video and subscribe to the channel, because I will begin uploading the song as soon as this video gets 100 likes. On a casual note, the album is almost done. I have pretty much all the ideas set, and I think what's just left is to fine-tune those ideas, which means I'm going to be reaching out to Lo-Fi Girl either like this week or next week. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to give an update so that you guys know that I have not abandoned the project yet. But yeah, back to the video. Okay, so this is the project, and for those of you guys who have not heard this song yet, let me play it for you guys real quick. The thing that I feel like is the most crucial, or are the most crucial to making an atmosphere like this, is 4 things. So 1 is a catchy melody, 2 is filling out the space, 3 is the creative process behind it, and then 4 is the transitions. So let's talk about the melody first. So I think a lot of people think that melodies are a really scary thing to work with, because they feel like it's what defines the song, right? And I agree to a certain extent, which is why I am going to recommend, for those of you guys who are afraid, ARPs. I feel like ARPs are a really easy tool to set the ambience, but also like kind of catchy. Because I feel like for most listeners who aren't actually producers, ARPs are kind of like ear candy, and it's easy to get hooked on. So this is the ARP that I made. And then what I did for the second part is literally just copied the ARP part and then moved it an octave over. So now we got this. So it's literally just 4 notes on repeat with the bass, setting the chords, right? All right, so the next thing, once you have the ARP or the melody down, is to fill out the space outside of that melody, right? Now there's some ways to do this, and one of them is purely just reverb, right? Reverbs are kind of like an echoey thing. It just really makes your sounds big, and one of my favorite plugins is Valhalla Supermassive. It's a great reverb plugin, and I use it for almost all my sounds. Yeah, you can use reverb, and then a more musical way to do this would be to add supporting elements. Now, when I first started making music, I was adding melodies, counter melodies, a whole bunch of melodies, and if it worked out, great. But most times it just sounded really claustrophobic, which is why when you're working to fill out the space, and once you have the melody set, a good way to start is to just add supporting elements like chords and pads. So if you see here, I have strings, which sound like this. It's nothing special, right? It's literally just very long drawn out notes, but it helps fill out the space. Another one, this one is the bass. Very heavy bass. Helps fill out the lower register. It kind of reminds me of like the new trend of dark ambient beats. It's really heavy and not like just a warm, rich bass that you would normally hear in lo-fi, right? Another supporting element is the piano chords. So it sounds like this. All these things are just ways to fill out that space so that you can have the melody continue to play out throughout the entire thing, but still have transitions and parts. All right, so once we fill out the space, I think the third idea or third thing you need is the creative process. Now, I feel like this is where the lo-fi genre can really shine because there's no vocals, it's literally just you, and you're free to do whatever you want. So a thing that I recommend and also have been personally using recently is just thinking of an artwork or some kind of image in your head that helps you shape what this song is going to be about, right? So, which is why I added this kind of like, apparently it's a Tokyo airport departure. It sounds like this. I don't know, it's just like a subway station, airport station, I don't know, kind of ambience. And then I added like the train sounds right here. I feel like just stuff like this really makes your beats stand out from the other ones. Even though it's very small parts, it helps the listener be transported to another place, right? And then obviously you got the transitions like this. Because without the transition, it would just sound which isn't bad, but I feel like it's just an additional thing to really make your beats stand out. And then for the last thing, once you have all these elements, it's really simple. You just have to arrange, right? And an easy way for you to arrange your beats is to just go simple, complex, simple, complex. Now, how you do that is the melody is pretty much playing out throughout the entire thing, right? Which means the supporting elements that we talked about earlier, that's what we're gonna use. So in the beginning, we got the lower register of the melody, and then now we got the higher one, and then we bring it back down, bring in the piano, bring in the drums, and then to the final complex. And that pretty much is it. So yeah, if you look at it, there's only 4 sounds that I pretty much, or patterns that I had to create this whole thing, right? And the hardest part was just coming up with that melody, which was an arp, so that actually wasn't that hard to begin with. And then the rest of it was just filling out the space, creating the ambience, really making it sound a scene, right? From an anime or a movie where you hear this and you're instantly thinking of like scenarios in your head. I think that is the really cool thing about this genre, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed the video, 100 likes, I will drop this song, and yeah, album coming out pretty soon. Well, actually, I don't know. Album finished pretty soon, and I will be reaching out to Lo-Fi Girl probably next week. I think I'm gonna take this week to finalize everything or get as close to it as possible and then start reaching out. Yeah, all right, peace.